enchiladas. Takes it's really easy. 2 cans of, I use red medium enchilada sauce, 1 can of diced green chilies, 8-ounce thing of cream cheese, some tortillas, and you can use chicken breast, a pound, pound and a half, or rotisserie chicken. If you use chicken breast, it's more cubed. You can kind of cut this up, or instead of shredding it all the way, keep it cubed so it's not just a mush in there. But I mean, it's good either way. So let's get going. I forgot the cheese that goes on top. Yum, yum. Preheat 350. Go ahead and get everything prepped. This recipe is really forgiving. I've done it before with the little tortillas. These are like the medium, so that's what we got. I've done it with little chicken and lots of chicken. I've always used 2 cans of sauce and 1 block of cheese, and I used to do only a half a thing of the chilies because I thought it was spicy, but I've grown to like them. And you just grate enough cheese to put on top. We'll start off with a half a cup of grated. You can go up to a cup, I'm sure. I mean, cheese is good. We're gonna get our chicken. I picked the whole half of that bird. It was a big bird. It was one of those ones from Sam's. I used white and dark meat, and now I'm going to chop it up. I might have grated close to a cup. Like I said, it's enough to cover the top. I'm gonna pan up a lasagna pan. It's lightly sprayed because we're gonna pour a little bit of our enchilada sauce, maybe just to coat the bottom. Not quite even a half. I mean, the rest is gonna be on top. I used a little more than a half just cause it fell out. All right, we're gonna cook up our chicken and cream cheese and chili. I'm gonna add a little olive oil, just a little. All right, if you're using raw chicken, of course you'd have to cook that up a little bit longer. I have 1 big piece still. I'm gonna cube my cream cheese just to help it cook a little quicker. So we're just cooking this long enough to melt. Add our chilies. Alright, just keep moving that around. The cheese gets all melted and everything's mixed together. Some of my chicken didn't get cut there. I'm cutting it smaller, but it doesn't matter. It's all going to be wrapped. Keep going until it's all good and melted. All right, it really doesn't have to be cooked. It's just good and melted. So now we're going to, I got a stack of tortillas. I'm not sure how many it'll make, but you can make them thin. That's what's kind of cool. But we're just going to run it down the middle like this because they don't get rolled up on the ends or anything. And we're just gonna roll just like this, and then we lay the bottoms down. And see, my pan is that size where I can roll them that way. And just repeat. I want to at least have enough to fill the pan. Seam side down. I have 7 in there. They weren't too thin, and I didn't really like put too much meat in there. And then we're gonna pour the rest of our enchilada sauce on. I like to make sure I get all the edges because they'll soften the edges up. So you wanna just make sure you get all the edges covered. It pulls, I mean, it all goes, and then I go down all the seams, and then I might take the spatula to make sure it's rubbed across if I'm running low. Shake, shake, shake. edges. Oh. Down the seams. Okay, and then I just kind of do this, and like I said, I will run it. I'm gonna use this same spoon because I don't care if there's a little cheese on the outside. It's all gonna be everywhere. If you have some Spanish rice, be good with this. I might make some broccoli. We've already had a meal not too long ago, but we just need another little meal. Now we're gonna take what cheese you have and start putting it across the top. Try to just coat everything. You just wanna get across the top. You really don't need that much more. It'll coat, and they're pretty cheesy as it is, but you can go as heavy or light as you wish. Now we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for about 30-35 minutes till it's cheesy, melted, and golden brown. I decided to cut them in half down the middle since I had long ones, and that give me 14. Let's dish them up. There we go. And there's our chicken. Make sure it's just chicken and cheese. It's a bit spicy. Take a little bite. But it's good. Another recipe for your rotisserie chicken weeknight dinner. Here's your Spanish rice, nice and fluffy. We have an enchilada, Spanish rice and broccoli.